morning and welcome to Penny's podcast. We want to wish Bright Futures Lincoln County a happy birthday. On October the 22nd, 2013, Bright Futures was originated, and this next 2 weeks will be their first 1 year anniversary. Awareness Wednesday videos are coming out. Be looking for those. We have featured the Lincoln County Resource Board with Sherry Winchester, and just most recently burying us with the Lincoln County Fire Department. Hosting a coat drive by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department, and we've got a box to put coats in. Drop off at William Capel Elementary, Hawk Point Elementary, Quiver Park Elementary, Central Office, the Sheriff's Office, and the Troy Police Department. We want to thank our friends at the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department and Troy PD for their help. If you'd like to be involved with Lincoln County, Bright Futures Lincoln County, on October the 23rd, the Thursday before we're out for a 3-day weekend, we're going to have a Jeans Day. It will cost you a mere $10 donation to donate to the Bright Futures Lincoln County cause. Today, Penny's podcast is going on the road. We're going to Claude Brown Elementary. Hey, we're in 5th grade here at Claude Brown Elementary at Miss Weidman's classroom. You ever won an extra $1,000? Well, Miss Weidman did, and she applied for a grant with donorschoose.org, received $900 for yoga balls to be used in her classroom as student seating. Let's check it out.
Hi!
Weidman, how are you doing?
Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for joining us on Penny's podcast. I want to talk to you today about yoga balls, and what gave you the inspiration for the idea to have yoga balls for your students?
Well, I have this one yoga ball that I've had a long time. The kids use their tickets to actually earn points to use the yoga ball. And actually, I had one student who's in this class right now. I was watching him sit on it, and I was like, wow, he just had a really awesome day. He was doing so well academically. Usually he sits on his desk and he's kind of like this. But that day he was up, he was excited. Alert, and really focused. And I thought, you know what, if he's going to get something out of this, I think my other kids can. And I just kept watching my kids use that one, and that yoga ball last year and this year was used every single day by a kid. And I thought, why not get them all one?
And let's try. Ms. Weidman, what have you seen as a result of using the stability balls as chairs?
Well, a couple things I've noticed that they really like is we do mini exercises throughout the day, just 3-minute little breaks. We'll do different little various exercise moves with our backs and our shoulders and our legs, just to kind of stretch a little bit. You know, when I was in a meeting one day for 8 hours, I kept thinking, I'm so tired of sitting on these chairs. And I thought my poor kids must feel the same way. One thing that I instantly noticed I did not realize would happen is how much more awake they are. They come in Monday morning, good morning, Ms. Lemon. Then they get in their seats, they bounce a little bit, and then they're ready for school, and they're alert. So I guess it's really the alertness that surprised me more than anything.
Ms. Weidman, what are the rules and expectations you have for your students with the yoga balls?
Well, one thing we really focus on is that they're not allowed to bounce when I talk, because I just see this when I'm talking, and that's just way too much. Feet don't leave the ground for safety issues.
Yeah, right. We don't want someone to get
rolling
hurt.
backwards, sure. Bottom doesn't leave the ball, so they don't bounce too high. Ball doesn't leave the ground while they're sitting on it.
Okay.
Always push in. Now these desks are great for them because, let me tell you, in seconds they roll away, and I don't want someone tripping. So we always push them in at the end of the day. Those are big rules.
What about the pool rings? That was a very creative idea.
Yeah, it was my parent, Barteski, who helped me with this. She bought me 30 of these. We put them on top of the desk, like we can show right here. And then what Ethan will do is he just puts his ball right on top of the ring, and then they stay on the desk at night for our janitors.
That's very great. I'm sure the custodians really appreciate that.
And then the rings go on their side hooks, and that's it for that.
Great. Well, Ms. Weidman, thank you so much. Very creative and very responsible way to bring a little bit different strategy to create student excitement, engagement in the classroom. Great job.
It's just comfortable environment.
Yeah, I like it. I'm going to get one for my office.
Yep.
This is my friend Ethan and my friend Katie. Welcome. Want to talk to you guys a little bit about the yoga ball. What's the difference, Ethan, in using the yoga ball in classroom as your class seat?
I think it entertains you more because you're always interactive on it, and you can just like pay attention more because you're always doing something.
Does it help you support your back, or have you noticed a change in that?
It does support your back because whenever you're sitting down, you have to sit up straight.
I see.
Because if you go like this, then it doesn't really help you. But if you sit up straight, it helps your posture.
Yeah. When you go to other classrooms and they don't have the yoga ball, what is your feeling? Like, do you have other classrooms in Claude Brown that that do not have these?
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you like these better
Yeah.
because of the reasons that you gave. So would you like to see other teachers have these in their classes?
Ms. Beheimer has it.
Ms. Beheimer does? Okay, so third grade teacher, huh?
About one or two.
One or two other teachers have? Yeah. How about at home? Would this be something you'd recommend for students to have at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do a few exercises a day.
They could do exercises at home. They could use this instead of maybe a desk when they're doing their homework in their house. Anything else you want to say on the yoga ball?
It kind of helps your core because every
Yeah.
time you move, it helps it.
Okay, yeah. When you go to 6th grade next year, would you like to see the 6th grade teachers have these?
Yeah.
Well, tell them. Tell them that they need to be thinking about how they're going to get these next year.
Guys need to get yoga
Gotta
balls.
get them.
Thank you very much, Ethan. Katie, thank you. You guys did a great job. Thank you. Hey, we're with Mrs. Beheimer, 3rd grade here at Claude Brown Elementary. She's got a tech tip for today.
My tech tip for today is about using educreations in our classroom. We use educreations to communicate with parents and students. My students create a video. It's a great collaboration tool to see what your child learning each day in class, and for them to share ideas with each other.
And you can find this on the iTunes?
On the iTunes.
On the iTunes app?
It is not Android.
And then can you show us like a sample screenshot of that?
This is our screen here where the students push it here and they start recording. So if you're having them do a math problem, they just write on here. And then they record their voice and they hit done and it saves their lesson, and they could play it and email it.
Oh, wow. And they could email that to their parents or to you
Yep,
as a
to me.
teacher or whoever, yeah.
And I can do it here and they log in and create an account. That would
Great.
be the only one is create an account for each of them.
And what have you seen as a result of doing this, Ms. Beheimer, with your students?
My students I use a lot in math, and they're able to really talk through their math, explain their thinking. It's also a great tool when parents have questions about how I teach something. They can look up a video and watch that.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
the students watch each other's.
Claude Brown's very lucky to have Ms. Beheimer, and if you don't know about Edu Creations, now's a good time to check that out on the App Store. Thank you, Ms. Beheimer.
Thank
Great
you.
job. Today we're at Claude Brown Elementary on the road with Penny's podcast. Today we're going to visit with Mrs. Eigenzayer, the counselor here at Claude Brown, and today is Manners Monday.
Correct.
And you have had how many Manners Mondays this school year?
I believe we've had 5, and we've had 5 Fancy Fridays.
And Manners Mondays are with boys or girls too, or is Fancy Fridays just for girls?
Manners Monday is for the boys, and I pick a class for the week, and so the boys come on Monday, and then the girls come on Friday.
Okay. And what was the inspiration for Manners Monday, Fancy Fridays?
Well, we're always trying to figure out how we can add character to our students' lives and make it practical and fun. And we were noticing cafeteria behaviors, and when I had small group lunches, I was noticing kids maybe doing things incorrectly. So we thought, or I thought that it would be fun to have them come in, and it's very casual. The setting's not casual. We have china that we have in here and real silverware, and then we just have dialogue about the correct way to behave at the table, and they come up with everything. I mean, dinner conversation with the correct thing to say at the dinner table is. They talked about not talking with their mouth full, and no elbows on the table, just things like that.
So if you use the word etiquette with a 3rd grader, what do you think some of the things that they would say, or what would they, if I asked Liam about etiquette or Manners Monday, what do you think he would say?
I would think he would say please and thank you.
Yeah.
He would say don't reach over the table. Don't play with your food, because what we really want to see happen is this carry on to their cafeteria behavior.
Right.
And we talked about not just that playing with their food is inappropriate, but that it's kind of gross for everybody else.
Right.
So not just because we said so, but why they shouldn't do it. And so we're hoping that scream. Today, one of the boys said, "Don't scream across the table," and we're like, "Yes, that's great.
It's working.
Yes." So we're hoping that will carry on to not just at home. And we talk about restaurant behaviors too.
Oh yeah, right. This is more than just Claude Brown or at home. This is a social skill for the rest of their lives.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
Ms. E, great job.
Thank you.
Thank you once again for being our guest.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, check out Manners Monday or Fancy Friday. If you want to volunteer, contact Mrs. Eggenshire or Mrs. Champion. I'm sure they would be more than willing to have you come. And what a great way for Claude Brown Elementary to build community spirit here with our young people on these Manners Mondays. So, thank you.
Thanks.
And remember, Lincoln County R3, what are you doing to make us the premier school district in the state of Missouri?
I'm Lacey Parker and I'm a student investor at NC. I'm Brenna Rogers and I'm a student investor at NC.
Our love is making the music with my friend. And I can't wait to get on the road